All right, guys, we're going to use a remainder theorem in order to find a missing part of a polynomial given a linear binomial dividing into it, and then there being a remainder. Okay, so it says given f of x with that long polynomial, what is the value of k if there's a remainder of -48 when divided by x plus 3? So let's revisit what the remainder theorem is. It says if we were to take a function and we divide it by a linear term, let's say x minus b, all we have to do is put in the value, the opposite of what is in the denominator into the original function. That will give us the remainder. So knowing that we're dividing by x plus 3, all we really need to do is find x equals to -3 because that is the opposite of x plus 3. And we just need to plug that value in to the original function. So let's do that real quick. Let's say I've got -3 cubed minus 6 times -3 squared plus k times -3 plus 30, and that equals to the remainder because I'm plugging in the opposite of that +3. So that must be giving us the remainder on that of that polynomial when the division occurs. Okay, after that, we just start solving for k, some basic algebra. So -3 cubed is -27. If you don't know this stuff, you can plug it into Desmos. So -6 times -3 squared is -54. Plus -3k, and plus 30 equals to -48. Now at this point, all we need to do is collect like terms, that -27 minus 54 plus 30. And if you get that, that should give us 51. So I'm going to write -3k plus 51 equals to -48. Okay. Or I'm sorry, minus 51. Minus 51 equals to -48. Do that math in Desmos and you'll see. Let's go ahead and add 51 over, and that will give us 3 on this side. This will cancel out their inverses and give us -0. I mean, just 0. And then we're going to divide by -3 on both sides. Okay. That cancels, k comes out, and we get k equals to -1. So in order for there to be a remainder of -48, what we're saying is k has to be -1. Let's go ahead and check that in Desmos real quick, though, because that's going to be our most important thing to do. So we come over here and we plug it in. And as you can see, I've went ahead and plugged that in. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find f. We divided by x plus 3. Okay, so using the remainder theorem, x plus 3, which means we need to find the value when x is -3. So we come over here into Desmos and we type in f of -3 and check it out. It gives us a value of -48. If we're not quite sure still, I can type in x equals -3. And when I do that, you'll notice that when we look for that intersection, it gives us -48. Notice that it is not on the x-axis, and that is because x plus 3 is not a factor. And that is really important for us to remember as well. So x plus 3 is not a factor, and it does give us a remainder of -48 as long as k is -1.